What's up, you guys? It is Haley here from Should You Buy It, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what you should not buy at the dollar store. Buying stuff at the dollar store can sometimes be a little tempting because it is only $1. And I believe some of the lists I looked at online have stuff that I don't think you should be really buying at the dollar store. I'm going to be talking to you about the list that I made about stuff you should be buying at the dollar store. I had more, but I lost the list, so this is kind of like half. But the first thing you should not be buying at the dollar store is batteries. Now this, if you're looking for long-lasting batteries for your kids' toys and stuff, these batteries aren't going to be lasting. These batteries are not going to be lasting that long. They're not made to. They're made cheaply. You're buying them for $1. I mean, but if you are looking for batteries in more of an emergency situation or in a tornado box or whatever you have for emergency situations, this could be something that would be helpful in a flashlight that you know you're only going to be using maybe once a year. So it's something to think about. If you're just looking for a bunch of batteries to stock up on just for emergency wise, you could buy them at the dollar store. The second thing you should not buy at the dollar store is plastic storage. Now if you can find some plastic storage that is name brand at your dollar store, I highly suggest getting them, such as Glad. If your dollar store sells them, get Glad because you know it's a good brand. But other brands that you sell at the dollar store are not as good. They are made cheaply, they are made of cheap plastic, and they're likely to break easier and melt in your microwave. So with this, it's kind of something like you get what you paid for. If you're going to use them once on a trip, then that's fine. But I highly suggest these things are not going to be lasting that long. So put a couple extra dollars into a really nice set from Target or something, and you'll have yourself a good one. The next item that you should not buy at the dollar store is medicine. So 9 times out of 10, medicine at the dollar store has already expired because the dollar store has bought it from another company that could not sell it off their shelves. So by the time it gets to the dollar store, it's usually already expired. And there's also a chance that it might be counterfeit. So this is something to think about for your kids. If you're trying to get them cough medicine, I would highly suggest going to Target or going to your grocery store to get that medicine. Another thing that you should never buy at the dollar store is oven gloves or oven, essentially, holders. They're made cheaply. They sometimes are not made to where they are heat resistant so you can't burn your hands. And I mean, they're made cheaply. You're going to be sticking your hand in a 400 degrees oven. You might as well spend a couple extra dollars on a really nice oven glove. Oven mitt, oven glove. I've been calling them oven gloves for the longest time. So another item that you should not buy at the dollar store is baking soda. So something about this is usually store brands like Up and Up or Equates are $1 or cheaper at Target or Walmart. So something to think about is, you know, you're buying a better product at Target or Walmart that's the same price essentially, and then sometimes when you get them at the dollar store, they could be contaminated, they're cheaply made, and yeah, so it's just something. Do not buy your baking soda or essentially any of your canned goods at the dollar store. Sometimes canned goods are actually cheaper at your grocery store with the sale. So sometimes you can find your Campbell's chicken noodle soup for $1 at the dollar store. You're like, yeah, that's usually like $1.50. But you can go sometimes to your grocery store and they have them for $2 for $1. So that's something to think about, is just to look around, and I highly suggest not buying your food items, any of your food items at the dollar store. The next item I have for you that you should not buy at the dollar store is cleaning supplies. So usually these cleaning supplies are off brands and they are watered down. A lot of people say you can buy them and you just have to use more, but I don't think that. You can usually get cleaning supplies pretty cheap through couponing as well. I mean, or just a store brand such as Up and Up and Equate usually has pretty cheap cleaning supplies. And it's actually usually a smaller bottle. You can't really tell because it's just like 4 or 5 ounces. But usually it's a smaller bottle than at the other store. But if you can find name brands at your dollar store, I highly suggest getting them because you know they're the name brand. You know Windex made this bottle. You don't know it's some random company. So if you can find name brands, perfect. But my dollar store usually does not sell name brand of anything. So I don't buy any of my cleaning supplies from my dollar store. I always get it from Target or Walmart. So the last thing on my list is clothing items. Do not buy your clothing items from the dollar store. I don't even know of places that really, dollar stores that sell clothing items, maybe in bigger cities. But most of the time, clothing items from dollar stores are made of cheap fibers, and they are cheaply made, and the fibers are cheaply put together. That's just something to think about. That, yeah. So they're gonna break easier. You're gonna find holes in them a lot faster, especially socks, they say, are the worst things to buy at the dollar store, because you wear a hole in it like within a day. It's kind of another one of those you get what you paid for kind of items. It's like, is it worth, you know, is it worth the bargain? So yeah, so that's all I have for you on the items you should not be buying at the dollar store. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Also, if you aren't already, hit that like button, subscribe, join the savings army, never pay retail again. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.